Brothers and sisters in our Lord, all of life is very profound. All of life is filled with the joy and the presence of God. It's just that our awareness is lacking at times. I wish to share a little reflection about something going on in the life of our parish right now, in order for us not to just kind of go through it and sense a little bit of goodness, but to really dive into it and to grasp the substance of it, because such is all of life, a mystery filled with the presence of God. Philoptochos is helping us give alms to the poor through their initiative called Bags for Homeless. It's something we've done before, and it's something we're doing again now. We're collecting a number of different items, which we've shared with you, for you to go purchase and bring to the church. Whatever we haven't been able to purchase, Philoptochos is going to go buy themselves this week and then bring to the church. And then we're putting these very practical items, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, beef jerky, gloves, hats for the winter, things like this, into plastic bags that we can then keep in our cars. And as we're driving around Grand Rapids, going to the grocery store, taking our kids somewhere, running errands, and we encounter homeless people at intersections, or we can even go seek them out if we'd like, we have something concrete and helpful to give to them. And we can roll down our windows, we can greet them with warmth and a smile, and we can offer them something. It's a small and very direct way that Philoptochos is helping us give alms. They're doing it in such a way that invites the whole church to purchase the items and then bring them to church. We've accepted donations as well. And then they're bringing in our Sunday school children, especially our young ones, Hope Joy Age, Goya, this coming Sunday to gather in the carpeted area of the hall after Sunday school and form kind of an assembly line to pack the bags. And then, of course, we'll all bring 2 or 3 bags home with us to keep in the car, which we can then hand out to the poor as we encounter them. Now, we do this kind of thing all the time in our own lives. We offer some gesture of kindness to somebody in need. We do this sort of thing all the time in the many philanthropic organizations in America. We do this sort of thing in our parishes, as we're doing now, as disciples of Christ. There's a way to just do it, and there's also a way to enter into it, the full depth of it. A couple of brief things to keep in mind so that we can enter into the presence of Christ in front of us. Number one, we're not just doing this to make ourselves feel good, like, oh, good, I helped somebody who needed it, and this boosts my self-esteem, or to check something off a list, as a disciple of Christ or a Christian, I ought to be doing something like this, and okay, good, I did it, and I can rest satisfied and be content. I'm a decent person. We're doing this because Christ tells us that he is that poor person at the intersection, asking for alms, peddling. He says, truly, as you've done this to the least of these, you've done it to me. And he lists a few things: visiting those in prison, clothing those who are naked, feeding the hungry, visiting the sick, so on and so forth. So we're not just doing this because it's something we're supposed to do. We're doing it as means of encountering Jesus Christ, of encountering God and serving God in and through all of the people around us who are made in his image. So parents, as you go out to the stores to buy items, or as you prepare to bring your kids to church this Sunday, talk to them a little bit about what we're doing. We're not just doing this to be good people. We're doing this as disciples of Christ. We're doing this as a means of communing with Christ and experiencing Christ and deepening our relationship with Christ. And through him, all of the world, all the peoples of the world, especially those who maybe are not in our little inner circles, who maybe are not the people we give a lot of our time and attention to. That is, those who are sort of neglected and overlooked and feel on the outside. If we approach these kinds of philanthropic, almsgiving activities with our hearts and minds in the right place and really looking out for Christ, they can be very transformative. It's not that we're just doing something for somebody else, but we're actually serving our own souls in a way. We're learning to open our spiritual eyes. We're learning to move beyond our little bubbles into that beautiful world of God.